Hello there, Ringside crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana.
This is Alfie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Inside Ring!
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adler.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dicker.
This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Tasman inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to episode 202 of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther the Third. And then now, from the top of Metal Mountain, all the way down to all 50 states in the globe, is the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going today?
Not too much, man. I think we have to go to the car shop and get a new car.
Yeah.
For the thing. You ready, Geek?
Yeah, let's go.
Because let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Vette Adams.
Hey, y'all.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, Vette. So, if our fans aren't familiar with you,
Hello?
introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, you here? Can you hear me? Oh. You hear us?
Wow.
You hear us, Vette? You hear us? Uh-oh. Can you hear us? Vette, can you hear us? Oh. Can you hear me, Vette? Vette? Uh-oh.
You there?
Vette, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Uh-oh.
Joe, I don't think she can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear you. I think it might be the headphones. So
Maybe it's the headphones? Uh-oh.
she's working on the test run. But she'll be back though, Joe. Right?
Yeah, so, Geek, you wore the wrong t-shirt today.
Yeah,
Just-
I know. I know. I disappeared, but so anyway. So Joe, what
Yes,
do you think of the VPW show?
It was good. I wasn't there, of course. I didn't see it because I am protesting. Yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
Can you hear us,
Yeah.
Vette?
I can hear you now.
Okay. We're good.
Okay, good. Yay. Whew.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry for that troubleshooting, but thank you for your patience.
Yeah,
Okay.
No problem. Yeah.
We're the
I
most
think
patient.
it might be the headphones that threw it off.
Maybe it was. Maybe it could have been the headphones.
Maybe. I logged out and logged back in, but here we are. We made it.
Oh, we made it.
Awesome.
Yeah. We made it to
So-
Dudes at Ringside. There we go.
Yes. So, Vette, if our fans aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself.
Yeah. So hello, new fans. My name is Vette Adams. You know, Vette like the car, Adams like the family. And I train at Deep South Wrestling, the legendary company that has been training athletes since 1986. They've come out with superstars like The Miz, Kofi Kingston, Kenny Omega. So many big names, so many successful careers have been established at Deep South Wrestling. And I'm very excited that that's where mine has started.
Mhm.
Awesome.
So who trained you?
Oh, my trainer is Nick Patrick, the son of the Masked Assassin.
Wow.
Wow.
That's the NWO referee right there, right?
Yes. The he was in both WCW, he was in WWE, he was the NWO heel referee. And the Masked Assassin, well, he is just legendary in the territories and with tag team wrestling. he paved the way for he was so influential. It was incredible in so many ways. Both the Masked Assassin and Nick Patrick are just like path finders, path setters. I'm not sure the good word for that.
Yeah, I would say trendsetters because
Trendsetter. There we go.
Yeah, trendsetters. Big time.
And it's Bluetooth and headphones interface. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It might be because that's what he was saying.
Yeah. I would say trendsetters because like that's what you got to say these days because the it's just hard because there's so many people that you could say that made people do things, and I guess right there your school that you belong to, it gave the Miz, it gave Kofi Kingston, all those people a platform, and now look where they are.
Now, and look what they're doing, and oh my goodness, it feels incredible to work with such a legendary company and to be trained by an actual legend. Like Nick Patrick is my personal trainer. That's such a big deal.
That's huge right there. That's huge. That's amazing.
Learning from the man himself. I am so incredibly I worked really hard to get into this position, and I'm so thankful that I put forth the effort that I did because I'm learning so much.
That's awesome. That's totally awesome that like you're learning under the learning tree of Nick Patrick, and the man's like he's a legend. Like so many like you can't even say I can't even say a WCW match that I don't remember seeing Nick Patrick's face there counting the 3 or like being right there in the middle. And it's like so like amazing.
Yeah, he brought so much character, so much personality, so much diverse, so like a dynamic to the match. I aspire to be I actually look at his career and I hope to one day form mine after his.
Exactly. Yeah. Because he's like the legendary the legendary heel referee. He was so hated as a referee.
Oh yes.
Back in the day when he would always count, like he would do like the my arm hurts, or he'd pull that you know what I mean? Like
oh yeah. And what's really funny is he was on a video game and you could actually smack him with a chair on the video game. And I had so many friends growing up that they come to me now and they're like, you know how many times I smacked your trainer upside the head with a chair in that video game? And it's really funny because they're just like it's really hard for me to see him in this mentor light where he's teaching you and he's helping you grow in so many ways that like it's hard to see him in that light because we grew up just hating him so bad.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's so funny. Me and Geek always joke. Anytime we were pretending like we're refereeing, we're like 1, 2, oh.
Yeah, we pull the shoulder up because we want the match to continue. So we're like, we kept going.
1,
2. Yeah, but that's also we would pull the Nick Patrick route, and where we'd be like 1, 2, and I think I hurt my arm. I can't.
Oh nope.
You know what? But you call it a Nick Patrick for a reason.
Yup.
You call it a Nick Patrick for a reason.
Sometimes I feel like I'm doing it at work. I'm like, oh, gotta block this shelf. Oh. Well, my shoulder. Nope. I gotta go to the next aisle. Can't fix this aisle. Nope.
So Nick Patrick is my trainer, and he is training me to both wrestle and to referee. I've been really focused on my referee career lately, and although he is teaching me a lot, he's not teaching me all of his tricks.
So would you ever want to be considered to be a heel referee like Nick Patrick, or
I don't know. I am a face referee right now, and I'm one of the few in the business, and I really enjoy it. I do. I enjoy being a face, and I think I will pursue it.
I guess you want to do your...
But only time will tell.
Yeah. It's like you want to take your own journey on this as referee. You want to learn what Nick Patrick has taught you, but
Oh,
you want to
yes.
do your own journey instead of being like him. You want to do your own thing, your own take on the referee stuff.
Exactly. Just because like his career has inspired me doesn't mean I'm going to, walk foot by by it.
Yeah.
You know, there hasn't been a real female heel referee before.
Man, give it time. These female referees are really making waves.
They're starting. They're starting. I mean, it's like we just had a female referee over at VPW, and I'm like, wow, this is different.
Yeah, Aubrey Edwards, she's making waves, and I mean, I really enjoy the direction that it's going, and I'm jumping on it.
That's the one that's in AEW, right?
Yeah, Aubrey.
Did you see when she was in the match with what's her name? She just showed on Instagram. She did the match and she had like tacks, I think, in her arm.
Aubrey when she was doing the count.
Oh.
So,
yeah, her gloves were all ripped from the. I was like, oh.
Oh man, that's rough. It's us referees, we gotta be careful. We can get tossed around sometimes too.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was just like, I don't know, like you wrestlers, you guys could take a beating with certain things. Like I was like, tax, no.
Oh yeah, that hurts.
Oof. I step on a Lego and I'm running across the house to try to find tweezers, even though they're not stuck in my skin.
So it's really so. What's really special about me is that I have a prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
In March 2019, I was riding my motorcycle and I was hit by a car. I unfortunately lost my leg and my life. I, however, got one of them back. And it wasn't my leg, by the way. And I now, what's really funny, I struggle with phantom limb pain. And I can sometimes, like you said, stepping on a Lego, I can sometimes feel my foot that is non-existent anymore stepping on a Lego with my phantom limb pains.
Ooh.
And it is excruciating. And there's nothing you can do about it because there's not an actual foot there to alleviate.
Jeez.
So it's just that's one of the struggles that I deal with on a daily, being an amputee. But having a prosthetic, it is really inhibiting in a lot of ways. However, training at Deep South Wrestling is so incredible and so empowering. It is one of the most difficult things I've ever done, and it is just so fulfilling. Nick Patrick, my trainer, he's just brilliant. If I am trying to do a maneuver or learn something new and I'm struggling with it because of my prosthetic leg, or I'm not quite really able to quite get it, he's so smart. He can manipulate that move to make it to where I do it just as efficiently, just as effectively. It looks, it is just as brutal, and it's easier for me.
Yeah.
It's the same move, just manipulated a little bit more. So it's unique to me.
Okay. That's always good to be able to manipulate something like something you can't do. You could learn it a different way so you can continue on your journey.
Yeah. And Nick Patrick is really awesome. He accepts anyone who's hungry to wrestle. So if you do struggle with a physical or mental limitation, it's one of those things where just let him know so he can work with you. He wants to teach you. He wants to help you. He wants you to have this dream and chase after it.
That's great. That's great to know that he's 100% all in,
Oh yes. If you're hungry for it, then he's there to support you.
That's good. And that's awesome. That automatically me and Geek give that big round of applause because
that's something me and Joe really respect right there, because most, I don't want to bash anybody or anyone, but most wrestlers, they'll go there and they'll try to take your money. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's cool because you want to make the money and charge, but at the same time, you want to help somebody. Like I said, some wrestlers are just there to take the money because they're a name. Nick Patrick, I give my hat off to him. I have nothing but respect for him. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Being people with intellectual disabilities, we really feel that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes.
How me and Geek are people we have intellectual disabilities. That really help. That's good because you can't really find a lot of people that help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he is super open and he is super willing. It's just one of those things where it just needs to be communicated so that way we can work with you, not against you.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like you're on the same team instead of being on the opposite team, you know?
Exactly. Oh yes. And Deep South is one big team. We're just one big family. It's so great how encouraging all of the trainees are, how patient the trainers are. Now don't get me wrong, our head trainer will be like, all right, pick it up, let's go. Being the good trainer that he is. But they're just so patient and understanding, encouraging, and it's just so empowering.
That's good to hear though.
That's super awesome. Love it.
Yes. So if anyone is interested in training at Deep South Wrestling, you can send them a direct message on either Facebook or Instagram. On Facebook, you can find it Deep South Wrestling, or I think the quick way to it is DSWGA. And on Instagram, you can find us at deep_south_wrestling. And we give all of our updates, all of our play-by-plays, step-by-steps, everything like that.
That's good. It's funny. Like you said it underscore. Man, that's a lot of underscores. I thought my name on Instagram had. My mom's like, it's Ghostbuster _Joe. Why did it have to be underscore? I don't know. I just spaced it and an underscore popped out, Mom.
The underscore popped out. Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to be Ghostbuster Joe. My mom's like, should it be 2 words? And I'm like, yeah.
My dude, yeah, that's right.
The dudes, hey, and as I wrote it on Facebook, Vet Adams and the dude and her dudes.
And
what's
my
up, guys?
dudes.
What's up? Where's Deep South Wrestling located?
In Griffin, Georgia.
Griffin, Georgia. So
yep.
Brock, he's another former wrestler. He's a champion. So
former. He is a wrestler.
No, I'd say champion right now.
Geek is gonna destroy you. Just so you call them former. It's gonna be in the arms of an angel.
Oh my goodness, you're so goofy.
Griffin, Georgia.
Griffin, Georgia.
All I can think is Peter spray painting his
name.
name.
I meant to say it was former guest. Former guest.
There we go.
Yeah, former guest.
The picture's gonna turn gray. It's gonna be like, what?
Yeah, that's right, Brock. There you go.
Peter Griffin sprays Peter above Griffin. You're like, it's my town. See?
Well, we digress.
Come on, geek. Get it together.
You didn't get the memo.
But
so
is there any place you would love to travel to, or that you have not to travel to yet?
I'm sorry, the light keeps going in and out. I'm outside, just got back from practice. But I have not had the opportunity to travel very far yet. I have primarily stayed to the southeast. But I've heard a lot of incredible stories about Japan. And I am very, very curious.
Every wrestler that comes on this podcast, that's their number one goal.
Yes.
Either the UK or Japan is their number one goal.
Geek's like the big Japanese wrestling guy. I'm starting to get really into the British wrestling scene.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's quite a few British wrestling promotions that like are always knocking on our door saying, hey, you want a poster? Here's the poster. Post this on their Instagram. They're like we got Coventry Pro Wrestling. That's one promotion that's in England that always is knocking on the dude's door.
Cool.
UK Wrestling. That's another promotion that we always have people on the podcast from England. What is there's another one, Fight Factory. We never had them yet, but that's another promotion in England.
Fun. Have y'all gone to check any of these out?
I mean, live or actually, because we can't. It's kind of hard right now, but we watch them on YouTube.
On YouTube, like you can look up. They have clips of their stuff on YouTube. Coventry Pro. Coventry Pro has a lot of. Oh my gosh, they have a really big women's division there. Like,
ooh, perfect.
Big. Oh my gosh, they have so many. One of the girls actually has 2 belts. It's Kat Von Cage. Yeah, Kat Von Cage. She has 2 title belts.
Nice.
Yes, her character's a witch.
Ooh, spoopy.
Yes, big time.
What's your favorite food? You'd say.
My favorite food. Okay, so it depends what mood I'm in. I'm gonna be honest with you. It really depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Because sometimes most of the time I eat pretty clean and pretty healthy. But I'm a sucker for a midnight pint of ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I will dive into some chocolate ice cream. So I know that's not real food, but it counts.
Yeah,
it counts. It's a snack, you know. So
yeah, it's a snack. That's all. It's just.
Yeah.
So if the dudes came to the deep south and came to hang out with Vette Adams, where would we go to eat in your town?
Ooh, you know what? So I live in Atlanta. But if you came to Deep South Wrestling in Griffin, then there is this really awesome wing bar there that Nick Patrick likes to go to. I don't remember the name of it at this time, but if you guys come down, I'll take you there.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go, geek. We need to take a trip to good old Atlanta.
Yes, please. And then Atlanta, I can show you all kinds of restaurants around the city. Our next Deep South Wrestling show is actually for Friday, May 20th.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, you guys should fly down for it.
Yeah.
If we could, we would.
I know.
With the fuel prices, it's like I actually feel bad for the wrestlers because now that gas is going up and everything, it's like the fuel prices are getting ridiculous, you know. Even with the airline too.
Are you guys going to be airing your episode like on YouTube or anything like the show?
Yes, we are. So Resurgence was a huge success, and we did film it. It's in the process of being edited and produced, but we should have that on YouTube in a month.
Wow. So
okay.
Yep, and once again we'll be posting all about it all over social media. So find us on Facebook or Instagram. Once again, our Instagram is deep_south_wrestling.
Awesome.
And if you're looking on Instagram and want to find me, you can find me as vette_Adams. VETTE_ADDAMS. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
You should have put a smiley face at the end.
Right?
Probably could have, but it probably would hit an underscore smiley face.
Or a car.
Or a car.
Or a car. That would be lovely.
Or the Adams Family.
You know, even better.
Just the snapping. You know, they actually changed the emojis. They have the new emoji it looks like it's snapping.
Oh, perfect.
I
just updated my phone and I noticed there were more emojis, but I just haven't had the time to sit down and look at them.
There's one that, they had the doe eyes that looks like, don't kill me. Like,
yeah.
They have one that's like has a half smirk and it has the doe eyes. Like,
I mean, that's cool.
If you don't have that certain phone, it looks like a question mark. Because I think I sent 1 or 2 to Geek and he's like, why'd you send me question marks? And I'm like,
oh, yeah, that's normal. That happens.
No. He was trying to send it to a girl to look cute. And she's like, why are you sending me question marks? What the heck did I do?
Why are you questioning me?
I'm sorry. Yeah, happens every time.
So who are some of your inspirations?
Oh, man. Some of my inspirations, easy off the top of my head, I would say Charlotte Flair, Asuka, Bianca Belair. I mean, they are incredible athletes and they bring so much to the table. And I try to learn from them by just watching them.
Nick Patrick.
Yes.
You don't want to forget Nick Patrick.
Oh no, he was number one on the list. You know, I talked about that already. Nick Patrick is a huge inspiration, especially with, you know, my refereeing career now. And, you know, he is training me in, you know, how to wrestle. He's training me how to referee. He's teaching me how to promote. He's really taken me underneath his wing, and I'm learning a ton from him.
That's awesome. Like, that's good. He's teaching you how to promote. Like, it's good. It's good to know that, because, like, I think sometimes me and Geek need to learn how to do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
we do this podcast all on our own. You know,
Yeah.
we send the messages to wrestlers. It's not like some random kid we paid $50 to be the mod. We're the mod. Like,
Yeah.
We do everything.
And
do everything ourselves. So it's like
what's really great about Deep South is that you don't, you know, there are so many positions in the wrestling business. You don't have to be a wrestler. You can be an interviewer. You don't have to be a referee. You can be a ring announcer. You know, you don't have to be there's so many things that to do in the wrestling business, and Nick Patrick teaches it all.
wow. That's amazing, you know, to know.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and because he has a passion for this business, and he grew up in this business, and he wants it to continue and to thrive. And so he, you know, pours himself into it, and it's one of those things where it's very, very noticeable in the Deep South training community. Like our training academy, you can tell how much is like poured into them because of how much they pour back into everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Definitely.
100%.
You give 110% in, you gotta get 110% back.
Right.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, you just got to give it your all. And the thing is about wrestling, you can't come into it halfway.
Mm-hmm. You have to put
you have to put 100% in it. And I mean, you can get very, very seriously hurt, and you have to give your 100%. There's no room for anyone less than that.
It's the same thing with podcasting as well, because podcasting, I mean, me and Joe spent a lot of money doing this podcast and everything. So, you know, so
yeah.
And we're just, I mean, we're not hoping it gets, I mean, eventually we're hoping to go somewhere, but in the future, you know, we're doing it because we love it. That's why we're doing it.
We love independent wrestling. As I said before before we were live, that with Geek, like, I knew him since college, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even know what independent wrestling was. And I now know why people are so crazy about
it. Yeah. See, I grew up on a horse farm, so I didn't grow up watching TV. I didn't grow up watching wrestling. I didn't, you know, grow up in a wrestling home. You know, I grew up in a household where if we were bored, we went out back and chased the chickens. You know, if we needed something to do, we'd go out back and break a horse or fix a Harley. And that was just normal. And, so I didn't grow up, you know, watching any of this. It wasn't until after my motorcycle accident that I saw a match and I was inspired. It was Ric Flair's retirement match against Shawn Michaels.
Classic.
And it was there, you know, Ric Flair's confidence and Shawn Michaels' sure-footedness. I felt like I had, you know, been like that once before in my life, because before my motorcycle accident, I was the top of my career. I was the HBIC, head bitch in charge, of a female-only motorcycle, you know, group in Atlanta. And I was thriving in my community. And then whenever I lost my leg, I lost so much more than just a body part. I lost my career. I lost my hobbies. I lost everything that made me me. So I lost my confidence. I lost my identity. And when I saw this match, I was like, that's the confidence that I used to have. That's how sure I used to be of myself. And I want to find that again. So I chased it. So I went for it. I found Nick Patrick at Deep South Wrestling and I started training, and it has been nothing but hard work and just incredible payoff ever since.
You're an inspiration, by the way, Vet. By the way,
Oh, thank you.
for anybody who says you can't do it, you can, and that's
Yes.
100. That's 110%. Like that's another thing with me and Joe. It's like me and Joe are people with disabilities, and we're doing a podcast. We're doing it. So
You're doing the thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like right here. This it's the circle where you can do it. The three of us.
The message
Yes.
is don't let anybody say that you can't do it. Don't let anybody say that. That's the message right there.
What's really funny is I have such an incredible support system that I've never been faced with a you can't. I am my family, my friends, my trainer. They are so much like, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And and because they see how much I want it. They see how much I'm willing to work for it. And with enough determination, you can do anything in this life.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
100%.
And, having a prosthetic leg, it inhibits me in a lot of ways. But, it also gives me an identifier. It also gives me an edge.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a weapon. It's a tool.
Yep.
There you go.
Do you see he just did the
heel
chin
turn.
thing.
The heel turn right there is coming out right now.
Oh no.
The heel turn.
It's Joe. I said no more walking ahead of us. Ow! See, that's not a heel turn. That's Joe on the ground. Ow.
If you want to do the crooked referee, you could just take the prosthetic leg and use it as a weapon.
Oh man, not me.
There you go. That's the Nick Patrick talking right there, right?
Trained by the best.
Trained by the best right there.
Yep. And
the best crooked referee in the business today.
He's a bad man.
That's awesome.
This needs to be a clip right here.
Oh, it's gonna be a clip. We try to make clips of the podcast, and sometimes it's like, we ever gonna see this clip, geek? Oh, I never get it. It ends up
on my TikTok. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
Joe.
like, Joe used to getting the clips in the text message, and I posted on the Insta.
Oh my goodness,
Heel.
You guys are a mess.
Yes. Yes. My life's a mess. Our mess. Podcast.
Girl, same.
Yes. Yeah. And I wonder why I see sparks and I'm staring at these 3 ring lights, everything. Oh, wait, we have a geek. There we go.
Like a girl, Vat Adams, keep grinding.
Oh, thank you. Oh, hey, Mark.
That's where I saw you on Mark's Instagram page.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yep. I was like, okay, let's check this out. And then, boom, here you are.
Man, well, thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
And we're having lots of fun. It's just lots of fun. I'm so excited. It's like, this is so much fun. Like we've talked about so many topics right now.
Yes.
So what made you decide, okay, this is what I want to do?
Like I said, when I saw that retirement match, I was really inspired, and I desired that confidence again. I desired to feel empowered again. I wanted to be sure of myself and confident of my own moves, and and because I'm now one-legged. I'm not even sure of how to walk. I'm just learning how to walk again. And I just wanted to figure myself out all over again and be the best at it. And that desire to just do better it was enough to drive me. And the inspiration that I felt from watching that match was enough to help me find Deep South. You know, it's one of those things where, like, you are an active role in your own life. You are the star of your own life. And if you don't like something, do something about it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know, it's okay to cry, and it's okay to whine even. But like at the end of the day, if you really want it to be changed, that's up to you. And I was ready for a change. I didn't like feeling so weak, and I didn't like feeling so unsure, and I didn't like feeling so confused. Honestly, I wasn't sure what I could and couldn't do. I didn't know my limitations. I was figuring out my new normal, and I just wanted to do better, and so I found a way.
Exactly.
Yep. Totally.
So I know that that's not too much of an answer, but that was my answer.
Yeah.
I have dirty ref skills. Nick was always in my Mount Rushmore of refs. He added so much to a match, and you never knew what he would do when it came to certain matches. Then the mid-channel came. He got to show even more of his character.
Yes.
I remember
Is
that.
that
Can
Chris
we talk
Wright?
about? Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out Chris Wright.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for coming through, Chris. Don't forget
Yeah.
to push the like button and
The follow. The
for
follow.
more ringside fun.
The like and follow button. Yeah.
Yes. I would say that.
But yeah, that invasion. Can we talk about that, or are we allowed to? Or
I'm sorry. What was the question?
can we talk about that invasion angle when Nick first came to WWE?
I mean, if you'd like to, but there is a lot that I can't particularly make note on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Already did, my dudes. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Ooh, let's see. There's so much going on in the chat. I want to check out the chat right now.
Well, the chat's insane right now.
The chat's jumping, so
it's popping, as they would say.
Oh, wow. Hi, guys. I'm sorry that I haven't been keeping up with the chat. I've been talking.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's always because it's funny. We talk, and then the wrestler's just like, "Wow, the chat was really bouncing today." Yeah, we were just talking.
All right, caught up on the chat now. Cool.
Yeah, so like when you do your live show, you could always ask Nick Patrick if you could send us the Instagram picture, like the poster, what's gonna happen, and you could send it to us. We could post it for you and show our fans what's going on.
Deep South, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. I know we'll have so like I said earlier, our next show is May 20th. And when we have that flyer out, I'll absolutely send it your way. And if you guys could help me plaster it around, I know you're up north, but you've got listeners down in Georgia as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we want to reach out to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. The internet's a powerful tool, like I was gonna say, because you could reach from anywhere from here in New York all the way over to Australia. So
yes, it is a crazy powerful tool.
We normally have a British wrestler that comes into the chat, named Amber Joe. She watches our podcast, and it's about 8:41 on the East Coast, and in England, it's about
probably 2 a.m. Probably
it's like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
like,
so
girl,
she probably watch our podcast like 8 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the morning from England. I'm like, wow.
And then we have our Australian friends that right now it's like 8:41 in the morning, in the afternoon here.
It's actually, I think it's 11 over there.
And then in Australia, it's about, what is it, Geek? It's like 7 o'clock in the morning or something. It's like 7 a.m. in Australia right now, South Australia, or 11 or something like that. So we have all these random people that see us or listen to us, and I'm like, you guys are great, but it kind of like, wow.
That feels humbling.
Yeah. Like, it's amazing. Like, to know that we are now part of the wrestling universe. Like, everybody, a lot of people know us.
Do you want to plug something?
What does the message say? My eyes
You
aren't
probably
good.
had some Raise energy drinks.
Plug. Oh my goodness. Chris, you'll have to do your own podcast for that, buddy.
Or you could jump on ours.
Wait, he owns an energy drink company. What?
He works with Ray's energy drinks. And like I said, you'd have to speak to him a lot more about that. I unfortunately don't know too much about their situation.
Yeah.
The English lady. Huh.
Oh yeah. There's definitely I'll have to give you Billy Amber Joe's Instagram page. I know she'd be like, "What do you mean you want me to sponsor your energy drink?"
Maybe she'd be like, "Game on." Who knows?
She got muscles. This one, Amber Joe. She's muscular.
Ooh, good.
Yes, and she is so sweet, Amber Joe. Like, we had Tito Santana's daughter on a few days ago, and she came into the chat, and then we talked about her on the page, and she's like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "Who?" She messaged. She was like, "Who is Jenny Santana?" I'm like Jenny Santana, like Ariba, Tito Santana, and she was like, she sent me the shock face. I'm like, "That's Tito Santana's daughter." Like, the legend. Like,
no big deal.
No big deal. It's just Tito Santana. Pish posh. Like,
yeah, her gimmick is she's very sarcastic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarcastic, but funny as hell though. Funny.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good. I love that dry humor. I love it.
She's from Vegas. She's a Vegas wrestler.
Are we talking about Amber or are we talking about Jenny?
Amber Joe is from London, England. And now
you're confusing me, Joe. You're confusing me, Joe.
Yeah, that's usual.
What's new?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But no, the last show that Deep South Wrestling did, Resurgence, was a huge success. It was free to the public. And the reason why it was free to the public is because I actually asked Nick Patrick if we could for my birthday. And he said yes. And we actually grabbed so many people from the community because it was, and we basically baptized new wrestling fans. We took people who had no idea and were just going out for a good time of entertainment, and then now they are wrestling fans and they are on board, and it is so cool. It was a huge success. Like I said, we'll have the video out on YouTube shortly, and I'll be posting all over that on Instagram and Facebook.
We can even help.
I'm sorry?
We can even help if you guys want us to help. We'll share the link as well.
We can share the link on our story, and how I shared the story.
Our Facebook page, everything. We'll help you guys out.
Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's what kind of helpers we are.
Y'all are the best.
Yeah.
Like, Geek, we try.
We try.
Doesn't always work out, but we try.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do is just try.
We try we did our best did it. Best did it.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to plug or promote upcoming shows or
Let me see. I love talking about Deep South Wrestling's training academy. If you guys want to talk more about training at Deep South, we can do that. Yeah. Our next event will be on May 20th at Mixed Deity Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. And that link will be posted online shortly. So that way you can reserve your seats. It will be $15 pre-sale and $20 at the door.
I think Geek just reserved his flight to Atlanta.
$15? That's it?
That's it. And in Atlanta, that's it. Only $15. So we're reaching the community in a way that hasn't been reached in a, touched in a long time. We're bringing in some old school wrestling and, mixing it in with the new school.
Yeah, $30 here in New York for reserve seating here.
Oh, I believe that easy.
So I'm
And
like,
you
wow,
don't get anything for that. They don't give you anything for reserve seating. You just get your seat.
Yeah.
that's a rent a seat.
You don't get the seat. Not like WWE. They give you here's your
actual
chair.
seat.
You paid $100.
No, it's like, no, you gotta give the seat back, sir. I'm sorry.
But I paid $30.
I paid $30. No, it's our seat, sir.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't know if I want a WWE seat. So many butts have been sitting on it. It's seen some days. It's seen some stuff, and I just don't know.
Yeah,
that's just me personally.
$500 for a seat to buy the actual seat. I'm like I could go to Target and get a seat for like $30.
Okay, but I do understand why they would, because it is like a WWE like crowd seat. It is something special. It is something that it's just not being recreated. I don't know. I can see the specialty of it.
It's something special because you go home and put it on your wall or lean it against your wall or use it as your computer chair and be like, see, I was at WrestleMania. I got my WrestleMania shield. He has a WrestleMania 20.
Oh, so he's gonna brag now. I have a WrestleMania 27
right?
chair. It was pricey, but worth it.
Oh my goodness!
I was at WrestleMania.
Chris Wood.
Yeah, I went to WrestleMania 20, and people were literally outside the garden, sitting in the hallway, going, $90 for this chair. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, do I got the money to be able to spend, say, I'm going to buy somebody else's chair that they sat in the whole time? No, my mom will kill me. If I come home, what happened to all your money, Joe? I bought a chair.
Oh man.
$2,000.
$2,000, yeah.
Though, those are the real wrestling fans. So the ones that buy merch and that buy figures and buy seats and buy support. Those are the real MVPs.
Yeah. I have a lot of friends.
Without them, there would be no wrestling shows.
Absolutely, exactly. It's all about the fan experience.
Exactly, because also there'd be no wrestlers, there'd be no wrestling shows without them.
Yeah.
Because that's the best part of the experience. Like going to a show is your case. You go there and like the little kids see you and they probably light up. You probably light up when you see the little kids come run over the barricade to give you a hug or high five.
Oh my goodness! At Resurgence, there were quite a few. So Resurgence was a really awesome mix of both family and like rowdy young adults. It was a really cool mix. And whenever I first came out to the ring, my best friend's daughter was by ringside, and she was just hooting and hollering and jumping up and screaming and yelling, and it felt so good, y'all.
Yeah.
And she wasn't the only one. All of the kids were sticking their hands out, and it was so much fun. It was incredible. But I am really sorry. I'll probably be on here for like another 10 minutes. My phone's at 10%.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
We understand. That's cool.
So rapid fire questions, Joe. Rapid fire. What do you got?
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Where do I see myself in 5 to 10 years? Okay, so I'm very flexible, and I'm very I don't know where life is going to take me, just because life has already taken me in so many different directions that I had never seen coming, like my motorcycle accident, for example. If you had asked me 2 or 3 years ago, I would be, at the top of my career in veterinary medicine. I would, all of these different, I don't know. So I feel like things happen and shift, my direction so often that I try not to make set. I don't know if that's responsible or not, but does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally.
So I just kind of take life as it comes and do the best with what I got. And it always because I just take what I have and make the best out of it, it always turns out really great.
So, what would you say your favorite matches that you enjoyed watching?
Ooh, my favorite match, like at Resurgence.
Yes.
No. Favorite match ever.
Ooh, that's
You should-
hard. I can't do that one.
I was about to say, I thought you already said that because the Shawn Michaels,
Yeah, Ric Flair retirement match.
Yeah.
yeah. But I would say, I thought you meant with them at her event, at her promotion geek. So
Yeah.
that's what I say. What was
You
your
could say,
favorite?
you could say that too. What's your favorite from Versus?
Oh man, from Resurgence. That is a hard one. Resurgence was hard hitting. It was so good. So the opener was Nausism versus Skrilla the Great, and they brought the house down.
Oh, we know him. We know.
Skrilla was great.
We
He was
know
on the podcast too. He was great.
Oh, wonderful. He's such an incredible athlete.
Super cool guy.
He's super cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, and he's a pretty rad dude. And then we had Scotty Beach and Simon Sermon, and that was just an incredibly done match. The athleticism, the charisma, the I'm not going to give you any spoilers because you must see the match. But the things that they pull out of their pockets. Not literal pockets, of course, but like because they've got gear on. But it is just, and then we had Papa Marco and Randy Reno. That Papa Marco is this like really spooky voodoo guy, and Randy Reno is from Reno. And he's got a bigger than life personality, and that was a very fun match. But the two main events were hard hitting, to say the least. There was one of the main events was Jacob Johnson and Eric Adams, and they were two big boys who brought the house down. As a little insider, they actually broke a few of the ring boards because they were competing so hard and so relentlessly, and they brought it, and they literally brought the house down. But I have to say, being a little biased, my favorite match at Resurgence was the intergender tag team match. And the reason why I have to say that was my favorite was because I got the best seat of the house. I reffed that match.
That's awesome.
I got to see it up close, personal. I got to be in the action. I got to be a part of it. And like I said, I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers. You've got to watch the episode. It is going to be worth it. The event was incredible, and I know our production team is putting out something just as.
And it's going to be on YouTube, right? You said?
Correct. Yep, it's going to be on YouTube.
All right, so
just definitely let us know, and we could, if you know what we could do, let us know when the date releases. Ask Nick Patrick if it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see if maybe we could do a reaction thing. Like we'll like watch it and make a reaction. Like we'll not make it live, we'll pre-tape it and stuff like that. And like we'll do like certain matches we could do like a reaction to it.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we could, if you want to come in and you could do the reactions with us. Like
right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I would be appropriate for the reactions just because I'm part of the production.
Oh, okay.
And so I wouldn't be able to give you guys a
reaction. Gotcha.
Exactly.
God, she's part of it, Joe, so she knows exactly what happened.
She's like she's that person nerd in the movie theater. This is the best part.
Yes,
you guys gotta watch this now. We're like, thanks.
Yes, I am that nerd.
I'm that guy with Ghostbusters. It's like Here, wait for it.
Well-
it. Jump scare.
Well, regardless of where you are, in the world, because I know that you guys are an international podcast, Deep South Wrestling, they have these new t-shirts out available for purchase. They are new and limited edition Masked Assassin t-shirts that just dropped, and we have a limited amount, and once they're gone, they're gone. If you would like to purchase your own t-shirt, they are only $25, and you just email us at deep_south_wrestling@yahoo.com with 3 things. Firstly, the sizes that you would like, so like the number of shirts you'd like to purchase and the sizes associated with them. Secondly, your mailing address. And thirdly, your preferred payment method, and we take Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, your preferred payment method, and the email associated with your account. And we'll get it sent out to you and get these shirts out for everyone.
All right.
We want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. You've been awesome. So
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
We would love to have you come back in a future episode.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Ha.
All right. So I'm Metal Geek.
I'm Joe Panther III.
And I'm Vette Adams.
And we will see you in the next one.